Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. Today we're about to embark on a journey, a wild ride if you will, through the Great White North, the land of maple syrup and moose. You guessed it, Canada. But hold your horses, we're not talking about the entire country today. Later in the video we have an interesting question for you. So stay to the end and all will be revealed. We're diving deep, nose diving really, into the top 3 cities that should be on everyone's bucket list. Get ready to be wowed, because we're about to uncover the hidden gems, the dazzling cityscapes, and the cultural experiences that make these Canadian cities truly unforgettable. We're talking vibrant streets, breathtaking scenery, and enough poutine to satisfy your wildest cravings. So buckle up, grab your toque. Just kidding, you won't need one. And get ready to be amazed by the beauty and vibrancy of these incredible destinations. First up, we're teleporting ourselves to the beating heart of Canada, the concrete jungle that's more like a well-organized park, a place where dreams are made, and Drake might just be your neighbor. Toronto. Now I know what you're thinking, Toronto really? Isn't that where they filmed that movie about the really tall tower? And to that I say, yes it is. But hold on, because Toronto is so much more than just a pretty skyline, although that skyline is pretty darn impressive. Toronto's got this energy, this buzz, that's contagious. It's a city that embraces diversity, like a warm hug on a cold winter day. Walking down the streets, you'll hear a symphony of languages, smell a tapestry of aromas from every corner of the world, and feel a sense of belonging that's hard to find in a city this size. Speaking of size, Toronto's a big boy, a sprawling metropolis with distinct neighborhoods, each with its own unique flavor. You've got Kensington Market, a bohemian paradise overflowing with vintage finds and street art. Then there's Queen West, the hipster haven where indie boutiques and live music venues reign supreme. And let's not forget Distillery District, a beautifully preserved Victorian-era neighborhood that's basically Instagram come to life. But wait, there's more. Toronto's also a foodie's paradise. From Michelin-starred restaurants to hole-in-the-wall gems serving up authentic eats, your taste buds will be doing the happy dance. And don't even get me started on the poutine. Oh, the glorious poutine. Fries, gravy, cheese curds. It's a Canadian delicacy that will change your life. Now I know what you're thinking again, Ryan. This is all great, but what about the attractions? Don't worry, I'm getting there. Toronto's got attractions galore. For starters, there's the iconic CN Tower, where you can test your fear of heights and get a bird's eye view of the city. Then there's the Royal Ontario Museum, a treasure trove of natural history, art, and culture. And for all you sports fanatics out there, catching a Raptors game at Scotiabank Arena is an experience like no other. But here's the thing about Toronto, it's not just about the big ticket attractions. It's about the little moments, the unexpected discoveries, the conversations with friendly locals. It's about wandering through the St. Lawrence Market, a foodie's paradise, and stumbling upon a hidden courtyard filled with street performers. It's about catching a show in the entertainment district, the Broadway of Canada, and feeling the energy of the city pulse around you. It's about taking a stroll along the waterfront, feeling the breeze off Lake Ontario, and realizing that you're in a city that truly has it all. Toronto's a city that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you've left. It's a city that surprises you, challenges you, and ultimately makes you fall head over heels in love with it. So if you're looking for a city that's got it all, culture, food, entertainment, and that certain je ne sais quoi, look no further than Toronto. You won't regret it. Alright folks, pack your hiking boots and your reusable coffee mugs, because we're heading west to the land of breathtaking scenery, laid-back vibes, and enough craft breweries to quench the thirst of 1,000 hipsters. Vancouver. Vancouver's like that friend who's effortlessly cool, always down for an adventure, and looks like they just stepped out of a nature documentary. Nestled between the Coast Mountains and the Pacific Ocean, Vancouver's got a backdrop that'll make your jaw drop faster than a freshly poured latte. But Vancouver's beauty is more than just skin deep. This city's got a soul, a spirit of adventure that's contagious. Whether you're hiking through ancient forests, kayaking in the harbor, or just soaking up the sun on a patio, Vancouver's got a way of making you feel alive. Let's talk about Stanley Park for a second, shall we? This sprawling urban park is like something out of a fairy tale. Imagine towering trees, winding trails, hidden beaches, and totem poles that tell stories of the First Nations people who have called this land home for centuries. It's a place where you can escape the hustle and bustle of the city without ever leaving it. And speaking of hustle and bustle, Vancouver's got its fair share of that too. Head down to Gastown, the city's oldest neighborhood, and you'll find cobblestone streets, Victorian architecture, and enough trendy boutiques and restaurants to keep you busy for days. Then there's Granville Island, a bustling marketplace where you can sample local delicacies, watch artisans at work, and maybe even catch a street performance or two. But Vancouver's not all about the great outdoors and hipster havens. This city's also got a rich cultural scene. Check out the Museum of Anthropology at UBC, home to an incredible collection of First Nations art and artifacts. Or head to the Vancouver Art Gallery, where you can immerse yourself in contemporary and Indigenous art. And for all you film buffs out there, a visit to Gastown's Steam Clock is a must. It's been featured in more movies and TV shows than I can count. Now let's talk about food, shall we? Vancouver's culinary scene is as diverse as its population, with influences from all over the world. From fresh off the boat sushi to farm-to-table fare, your taste buds will be in for a treat. And of course, no trip to Vancouver is complete without indulging in some of the city's legendary seafood. I'm talking fresh-caught salmon, succulent oysters, and Dungeness crab that'll make you want to lick the plate clean. Don't worry, we won't judge. But here's the thing about Vancouver. It's not just about the sights, the food, or the activities. It's about the vibe, the feeling you get when you're there. It's a city that embraces its natural surroundings, that celebrates diversity, and that's always up for a good time. So if you're looking for a city that's equal parts adventure and relaxation, culture and nature, look no further than Vancouver. It's a city that will steal your heart and leave you longing to return. Bonjour, mes amis, and welcome to Montreal, the city that's like a love child between Paris and New York, with a sprinkle of Canadian je ne sais quoi thrown in for good measure. Get ready for cobblestone streets, European charm, and enough croissants and poutine to satisfy your wildest cravings. Montreal's a city that seduces you with its beauty, its history, and its undeniable joie de vivre. Walking through the streets of Old Montreal, you'll feel like you've been transported back in time. The architecture is straight out of a storybook, with its narrow streets, horse-drawn carriages, and buildings that whisper tales of centuries past. But don't let the old world charm fool you. Montreal's got a modern side too. Head up to the Quartier des Spectacles, the city's entertainment district, and you'll find a vibrant scene with cutting-edge architecture, world-class performances, and enough festivals to keep you entertained year-round. And speaking of festivals, Montreal's known for them. From the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival to the Montreal International Jazz Festival, there's always something going on in this city. And if you're lucky enough to be there during Montreal en Lumière, prepare to be dazzled by a citywide celebration of light and art. Now, let's talk about food, because let's be honest, that's what we're all really here for. Montreal's culinary scene is a melting pot of flavors, with influences from France, Italy, and beyond. You'll find everything from Michelin-starred restaurants to cozy bistros serving up traditional Quebecois cuisine. And of course, no trip to Montreal is complete without indulging in some of the city's most iconic dishes. I'm talking about poutine. Yes, again, it's that good. Smoked meat sandwiches piled high with juicy pastrami, and bagels that are boiled in honey water and baked to perfection. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. But Montreal's more than just a pretty face and a delicious meal. This city's got a soul, a spirit that's both artistic and rebellious. You can feel it in the air, in the way people interact with each other, in the street art that adorns the city walls. Montreal's a city that embraces its contradictions, that celebrates its French heritage while embracing its multicultural present. It's a city that's both sophisticated and down-to-earth, historic and modern. So, if you're looking for a city that will steal your heart and leave you wanting more, look no further than Montreal. It's a city that will surprise you, charm you, and ultimately, make you fall head over heels in love with it. And now that question we mentioned earlier. What do you think are the best cities to visit? And why? Let us know in the comments. We really value your input. And that's a wrap on our whirlwind tour of Canada's top 3 cities. From the soaring heights of Toronto to the laid-back vibes of Vancouver and the European charm of Montreal, Canada's got something for everyone. So what are you waiting for? Book that flight, pack your bags, and get ready to experience the magic of Canada for yourself. Trust me, you won't regret it. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing travel content. See you in the next video.